And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Getting close here to ending the series. There's just little bits and bobs that we can try to maximize our throughput with. I'm gonna pause that really quick. Um, so delivering plastic over to goods, that's kind of a bottleneck at the moment. We can go through and clear that. I want orange, and then boxcar for plastic, and then I'm going to put in enough for 18 of those, and then replace now, because they're getting on in years, so get them replaced and have more capacity. That will help goods out. I mean, of course, we've got the modded thing here to where we're making 3 goods at a time, but it's also using 2 plastic, so we're increasing the amount of plastic that we need. And so our plastic factory, I don't know if I actually modded this. I don't remember doing this one, but I think I might have. So one thing we can do to reset this, well, let's just see what happens. And if we go up to tools, look at this. Tools has actually been doing really well. Look at that. They're actually making machines as well. Getting that plastic in here. See, we've got a stored amount of tools. It's pretty clear, or pretty close to being maxed out. So once that hit, it's really started pushing machines out the door, which is good. That's what we want to see. I've also increased the throughput of the steel trains. What I did is I have a few of the vanilla wagons on there, and then a bunch of the heavy hauling wagons. So the cars themselves are still limited by speed limit, but they can carry a lot more, and it has really helped even out our system here. It's really helped keep this going. You can see that that plastic just getting chewed up right there, absolutely demolished. So that's good. That means we're starting to move more machines, which is good. Food is doing gangbusters over here. If we look at the charts, you can see we're well over 20,000 loaded, 20,000 food delivered map wide. And I did a little work on construction materials as well. I beefed up all of the trains. We haven't touched this system in a very long time. So I beefed up all of the trains to deliver many more of the construction materials. And that in turn devastated the amount that we have stored. So our production here is pretty close. If we do a search for stone, you can see our stone supply. We're sitting at 10,000 is basically our max. It's approximate max, but it's close to max. But we actually want more. So 15,000 we want. Even though we're making 2 at a time, we have 38,000 in demand. So yeah, that's a thing. So I'm thinking we want to beef up the number of trains that we have running over here. Now, I've seen a lot of comments regarding why I separate out all of these, and if you've followed from the beginning of the series, you'll know that when you have a line, it specifies an individual terminal inside of the station. And the only way to get multiple trains using multiple different tracks, in a sense of the same line. I don't want to have like 8 lines. all delivering stone. That would not be good. There would just be so much overhead for the game to worry about. It would really not do very well. We would be hurting at that point. And the game is already running pretty lackadaisical, so I don't want to push our luck having 50 lines for every good. So you split them out and they deliver this to the stations and they ignore the terminal, which is what I'm going for here. So we want a bunch more trains, and I would like, let's see, buy gray, and we're gonna do, I want to do one gondola. That'll give me the speed limit. Come on, autosave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and it didn't actually take this gondola. Wink. So 818, that's my magic number. Okay, so what line is this? Stone supply, yeah. Set line, stone supply. And it should be our speed limit. Yeah, top speed is 99 because we added that regular vanilla gondola. So we're going to do this. And if we look at stone supply, now we're up to 14,000. Frequency is 45 seconds. Okay, so let's do stone and stone, not that it really matters. Okay, and then set line, stone. And now, let's see, yeah, these other three. Yeah, the game at this point it's just horrendous as far as performance goes. I mean, yeah, they released a performance patch, but obviously they didn't have this level of production in mind. Okay, we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. These are going to be the regular faster. Let's do stone supply. So now we're at 28 seconds. Close you. Now, will all these get synced up? It would not surprise me. It really wouldn't. And one more for the road. Set to that. And then set line. Stone supply. There, now we got a couple in there that have a slower speed limit, and that is good. That's what we want. You can see it's having troubles keeping up. Hopefully with more trains stopping by. Amazing, it actually filled that train up. How fast it's filling the station up, though. Whee! Okay. Oil refinery. What? What are you complaining about? Look at all the fuel lines coming out of there. I might need to beef these up too. This is Getting a little gnarly in here. So if we look at our production here, last year was pretty hefty. This year, not so much. I don't know why we dropped off like that. I'm thinking do this. Do that. That'll give me up to 2 plastic per thing, per craft, which should really boost the amount of plastic I'm able to deliver, which is going to help all of my other dependencies off of that. Look at the tools over here. Woo. Yeah, we're not quite doing huge numbers, but if we look, we're back up. We're back up to decent numbers. Fuel being the biggest. Yeah, fuel is like the biggest draw right now. We have a lot of fuel sitting around. If we look at the charts for this thing, we've pretty much leveled off. I'm sure if you took all of our trains, I'm going to pause it. If you took all of our trains and combined their average annual throughput, you would hit really close to this 15,000 number. So if we take, like, let's look at some of these numbers here. Northwest Fuel, there's a bunch of vehicles on there. We're going to do a replacement. We're going to take this off. Yeah, let's take you, yellow, and we're going to put this nice engine on it. And then we're going to take 2 fuel, right? Yeah. So let's do, it only holds 144, which is ridiculous considering how much we want to move. So if we look at fuel, Northwest Fuel Supply, you're looking at 916 annual throughput per station. That is not like even close to what we need to start moving out of here. So that is not good. We need to then, let's see. Let's take this fuel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to replace now 167 million. We're going to replace all of those with ones that can haul way more. Okay, so other ones. That is Northwest. Now let's do Southwest replacement. What vehicle? You only have 8 cars, so let's do a replacement. And instead, we don't need to completely obliterate this vehicle. We just need to supplement it. So it's got 400, so that's 8 cars. So we need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. 18 cars gets us to 87 million. That's kind of my magic number. I looked for 87, and that gets me close. So we're going to replace this. That one is done. Okay, so that's Southwest and Northwest. Let's just go down the line here. Replacement. Vehicles. Oops, vehicles. Yeah, another one that just has 8. So let's do, where's my tank car here? Let's get it up to 87. Replace now. That's eastish. Far east. Still only 1 vehicle. All right. And all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 10. Replace now. That's far east, far west. I'm looking, when I look at vehicles, I'm looking for ones that are multiple vehicles, like multiple different trains. Tells me those are the ones that I need for keeping, keeping the line fed. Yellow. Replace now. All right, now the hub is a really important one here. Vehicles. So he's already got 16. He's already got 16 cars on the hub. So about the most we can do to this one is add a couple onto there. Let's go down. That's about all we can do with that. Otherwise, we're going to need to start moving more than one train in between here. So let's let it roll. Let's let some of these actually come in and start pulling more and more fuel out of here. So we got northwest, southwest. I know I did those. Okay, so northwest, we're already bumping up, as you can see, and we got a bunch of trains that are doubled up here. You know what? You go back. You just go back and get some more. Top those tanks off. Okay. Who is coming up now? This is hub. So he should jump to 900. And yeah, you see he's got 1800 waiting for him. That is why I'm thinking ideally you'd want to double up the hub line, because that is a lot we're leaving on the table there. Even pulling 900, we have another 900 remaining. Tells you how much fuel we actually need to move into the hub. That's a lot of fuel. So if we look at our charts, it's really hard to see there, but if we look at this, we should be able to see a trend where we're now going to be able to move more material. And of course, that just goes down the line. This crude production, has been unedited. So if it can't keep up, it's going to have a really hard time. Which is why I sort of increased the amount of fuel we're getting per barrel, basically. Eastish. Wow. That is a full train. Who is this? Northeast? Well, he should. In theory. I didn't edit all of them. Oh, see, yeah, I didn't edit that one. And then north, yeah. So there's quite a few in here that are untouched. So many trains. So many trains on this map. It's hard to keep track of them sometimes. All right. That is a lot of tools. Northwest. Yeah, so I would suggest, if you're a Patreon and you want to download the map, what I'm going to do... Oh, look at the charts. Oh, beautiful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload 2 different versions of this save. What I did is I saved it before I saved it as a new name once we started doing this sort of extreme level design. So there's one version of the game, or one version of the save, that doesn't have any of these major changes in it, like changes to the industries and stuff like that. And then there's another version that actually has these changes in it. So, use that as you want. I haven't really seen a whole lot of people asking for specific things, like my changes on industries or anything, so I'm just assuming people just aren't interested in those kinds of things. So, yeah. So we're going to jump into City Skylines next time. I want to work a little bit more with industry, but in a city building game rather than a network game. And there's a lot of similarities between the two. I mean, we don't directly build cities in City Skyline or in Transport Fever, but we definitely can influence them. Most definitely. And I was really hoping these outside cities would really respond to this train system, but apparently not so much. Although we do have quite a bit of growth over here. I think we're hitting kind of a maximum size for our cities, which is why they're not really growing all that much. Because the game is simulating each one of these. There are people that work and shop and stuff, and it's a lot of little agents to have to simulate per frame. So I'm not surprised there's a limit on city size. But yeah, the game, this is by far my most complex web of rail, and it turned out pretty nicely. So as you can see, our construction material has rapidly increased. If we go here, yeah, we're definitely on the upswing on our construction material, which is good because we need it. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. To end the series, I thank everybody for watching, everybody for commenting, and everybody for hitting that like button, and any new subscribers. Very much appreciated. Hope you hang around. And yeah, I will see you all next time.